Welcome to another edition of Slow Your Scroll, where we get to meet some of Hawaii's biggest content creators. In between posting for our hundreds of thousands of followers, our guest today is a registered nurse. And instead of saying welcome to the show, I can just say her Instagram and TikTok handle. Aloha, it's Chelei. And this is Chelei Kahaleiwai. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me. You said my name correctly. I didn't tell you how to say my name yet.
I practiced multiple times before you came in.
Do I say it online a lot? No.
No, but I guess I just figured that was it based on my knowledge of Hawaiian, so I'm glad I got it right.
Oh, very good, very good.
Well,
Thanks for having me.
So for those that don't know or haven't seen your content, you're very big on Hawaiian culture and hula, but what your followers or those who don't know you may not know is that you are actually a Miss Aloha Hula contestant several years ago. Can you describe that? Because for those that don't know, Merrie Monarch is one of the biggest hula festivals, or the biggest hula festival in the world. What is that like competing on that stage?
It was a crazy experience, honestly. So I ran for Miss Aloha Hula in 2017, and that was actually my second year at Merrie Monarch. The first year that I actually got to dance at Merrie Monarch was 2012. Then our halal took a little break, and we went back in 2017. And my kumu said to me, "So you ready for compete for Miss Aloha Hula?" And I said, "No." I was only like 22 years old at the time, but it was an amazing journey for me. Merrie Monarch in general, definitely a big thing here in Hawaii. We like to call it the Super Bowl of hula. A lot of halal compete in there. A lot of world-renowned kumu hula have their dancers come, and it's a great gathering for all people of the hula world, whether you dance or not, just to watch or to dance. I think it's an amazing experience. And Miss Aloha Hula is the soloist part of the Merrie Monarch competition. It is Thursday night, and every single soloist that gets to compete in that competition have an amazing experience, amazing journey with their halal, with their kumu, and I was so thankful and blessed to go through that. It was amazing.
How can you describe the difference between maybe the nerves you feel doing the Miss Aloha Hula portion of the competition and also competing as one with your halal?
Yeah, it's very different. Solo dancing versus competing with your halal, two totally different animals. Solo dancing, you really have to know how to captivate the entire stadium. You are the only person on that stage, and the stage is big. You see when the groups dance, and there's a lot of people in the group, and they like fill the stage up. As a solo dancer, you have to do that all by yourself. So training for that and training for a group competition is so different. But what I love so much about dancing in the group is that you have all of your hula sisters with you, and you all are just feeding off of each other's energy. You are showing your love for one another, and the whole journey you go through together is just amazing in itself. So I think I love both of it, actually. I love both of it. But
if you had to choose which one you would prefer to do, which would you choose?
Well, see, that's a hard question because there's like pros and cons to both. You know what I mean? I love solo dancing. I would choose a solo probably. Yeah.
Do you? Because I know I've competed in team sports, so you get frustrated with a teammate if they mess up on a play or something, or they run the wrong route. Do you ever run into frustrations with halal members if they aren't doing the right steps, and like how do you get them to be on cue? Because unlike in sports where you're yelling on the court, right, and that doesn't affect the performance and what it looks like, you can't do that in the middle of a dance, right? So how do you kind of like tell your halal member like, hey, like get it together, like where are you at?
All of the yelling comes from the kumu, hopefully not from the other halal members, but all of the yelling happens at practice. And on the stage, if someone like makes a mistake on stage, you really just have to keep going. You really just have to keep going with the rest of your presentation and hope that not a lot of people noticed it. But there is a lot of yelling, a lot of frustration beforehand, preparing up to that day. And just it depends on if the team or if your group wants to work together, if they want to improve the whole group as a whole, or people get cut.
I mean, that's the, the sad truth of it. But
Yeah.
have you ever had like a really big, like, flub or mess up or anything?
Yes.
What was like your biggest?
Not in Merrie Monarch, but I was traveling to Japan. Japan loves hula. So they have halal there. They have shows. We had a big show for like this huge auditorium, and it was only me and my one other hula sister dancing in the show. And then our kumu was chanting with the ipu. And I said the wrong kahea. Kahea meaning like you're supposed to say the line of the next verse coming up. I said the wrong kahea. I started dancing the entirely wrong motions, the wrong verse. And my hula sister over here was doing the right motions. She was doing everything correctly, but because I was in between her and my kumu, he was to the left of me. He heard me say the wrong kahea, so he started doing the wrong verse, and only my hula sister was doing everything right. And I said, I just had to apologize after. I couldn't do anything about it. Like on stage, I was just, it looked really bad, but afterwards, he kind of deducted my pay, but that's okay. It's okay. You learn from it.
When was that?
Maybe like 2019, no, back before. I think before I even competed for Miss Aloha Hula, so maybe 2016. Yeah, that was a long time ago.
And has hula always been your competitive hobby, or have you played any other sports growing up?
In high school, I did cheerleading and paddling. Those were my two sports that I actually stayed with. I tried water polo for exactly one day. I didn't go back. And I tried track for exactly one day. I didn't go back. Those weren't for me. But cheerleading, I did all 4 years in high school. And then paddling, I think I did 3 years. So those were a lot of fun for me. I really enjoyed those sports. After high school, I was powered out. Just hula.
And do you still compete for hula right now? Because obviously you still do it for your videos and your content, but do you do it competitively still?
Our halal does shows locally. We do local competitions, and then we are hoping to go back to Merrie Monarch. We've went recently. 2020, I think, was the last time I went. No, 2021. I forget the year.
And when's your next show? Just in general, not Merrie Monarch, but do you have like a show coming up or anything?
We are competing for Hula Onye. That is in the end of August. That's gonna be here in Waikiki.
What is that for those unfamiliar like myself?
Oh, Hula Onye is just it's a local hula competition where any halal can enter. They have keiki dancing, we have keiki soloists, they have the adults dancing, so kane and wahine, and I don't believe there's an older category. No, I think just keiki and then adults. Yeah. But just another local hula competition for halal down here.
Nice. And we've talked about, hula is a huge part of your life, but another part that maybe your followers don't know about is that you're a nurse. You're a hospice nurse.
Yeah.
What is your day-to-day like on that? What is your schedule like for a career that's pretty serious? It's there's a lot of I'm sure hard moments you have to deal with.
Yeah. So for anyone who doesn't know, hospice nursing is basically taking care of people who have 6 months or less to live. We are the end of life, palliative, comfort care nursing. So what I do is I go to people's houses, actually. I usually have home patients, so I do home health. I go to their houses and visit each patient. I have about 5 or 6 a day that I see. And I basically try to make them the most comfortable that we can at the end of life. The main things that we focus on are pain management and symptom management. So if they're having like agitation, restlessness, any wound care we're big on wounds. But basically, I go to the house, I speak with the family. I also try to prepare the family of the loss of their loved ones, which is always, it's an emotional journey I feel like more so for the family than for the patient. For the patient, the main thing is to keep them comfortable, but also we have to take care of the family and make sure that they're okay too. So we have bereavement services for them, which is great. After they pass, we do like condolence phone calls, make sure that they're coping okay. But basically hospice nursing, and when I bring it up to everybody, they ask me, what kind of nurse are you? I said, I'm a hospice nurse. And they say, oh my gosh, that's crazy. That seems like such a hard job. And I say, yes and no. Because if you compare it to like hospital nursing, like ER or things that are, you have to be quick on your feet, you have to do a lot of these life-saving treatments. That's a lot of stress, like mentally and also emotionally for everyone, you know, when you lose a patient. Hospice nursing, I feel like it's definitely still emotionally hard, but it's more so like we're taking care of them and helping them to go. So you kind of have to flip your switch, other than I'm not saving their life, but I'm helping them to have the best end days as they can, which I think is good for anybody going through that process. Most of the people that we have are geriatric or like elderly because they're dying, of course. And some I have had some younger patients, like maybe 60s, because they had like stage 4 cancer. So those are harder too, especially for the family when they're a younger patient. But usually it is older patients.
How do you compartmentalize? Because I would say for the most part, I haven't really seen any of videos where you're kind of like serious or sad, but clearly, you know, your job is serious and a lot of sad moments. How do you like separate, you know, when you come home and you're going to flip on the camera and you're going to be like, "Hey, it's a happy fun content," like, but you just came from, you know, probably a pretty downer day. How do you separate that?
Yeah, I think it's good that I don't make nursing content, honestly. Well, if I were to make nursing content, I would try to find more humor in it. But I think like day to day, my job, yeah, kind of does take a lot more emotionally or like mentally. And so my content right now is more gym focused, which is the main thing that I do to kind of help myself mentally. Because the job, I've come home sometimes and I've been crying from losing a patient and just seeing the family sobbing. And there is the line where you kind of have to be that professional, this is your job, but you have to be empathetic and you have to sympathize with the family. Like, they just lost their loved one. It's crazy. So for me, it actually helps that I go to the gym. I try every day. And that right there is where I kind of relieve any stress that this job has, any emotions, just kind of goes with that. And that really does pull me into a better state mentally. And also because I don't really make hospice nursing content. I've made some videos before when I was in nursing school, which was good because some of the people that actually followed me before, and they say, "Oh, I followed you since you were in nursing school, and now I'm in nursing school. Do you have any tips for me?" I try to give them some advice or anything like that. And now that they see that I'm a nurse, and they say, "Oh my gosh, I remember where you were in nursing school. That was so amazing. I followed your videos back then." And I just love that when people mention stuff like that. Yeah, but the gym helps.
how how do you because I'm sure you get attached to the patients, you know, being with them for so long, you know, and then eventually, ultimately, you know, you have to say goodbye. Do you have to build up a kind of a hard shell to that?
Oh, I really try not to, you know. I try my best to still stay like empathetic, especially towards the family. And I try to be like the most genuine and helpful as I can as a nurse. Compassionate, that's what I'm looking for. I try to be compassionate because when you do build up that shell, of course it's helpful for you emotionally to not get emotionally involved and attached. But when you do build up that shell, I feel like it really shows with the family. And then they kind of think, "Oh, this is just a person doing their job," which is fine. But as a nurse, and this goes for any type of nursing, you really have to be compassionate. You have to show that you care, and you have to genuinely care for your patients, because I think that really makes a difference in any type of nursing that you do. It makes a difference in the type of care that you provide for them. It makes a difference. The patients see it, the families see it. So I try to ride that fine line between keeping it professional, but also I want to show this type of happy person that I show online to them as well. Like, I care about you guys. I care about this patient, and I try to be, you know, emotionally, involved.
I'm sure if the patient saw that you were being cold or closed off, right, that they probably wouldn't be enjoying their last days. They would be like, where's a nurse that I feel like cares about me and has my best my best or has the best intentions for me, right? So you spoke a little bit about how fitness is a big part of your content now, and it's a big part of how you clear your mind after long days of nursing. Was it the nursing that pushed you into that fitness content, or what kind of made you decide to jump into that? Because it's not a niche sort of content, but it's its own world outside of like the humor and skits and stuff that you also do. So what pushed you into that fitness content?
That's an interesting question. Let's see. What started my fitness journey per se would be, I think, my brother, actually. Because when we were in high school, my brother was big on, he was in football, he was also in paddling, and he did weightlifting. When I was in high school, I did paddling kind of to follow him because I was like, oh, this is cool, he did it, let me try it too. And then once I graduated high school and I started to think, I never really liked exercising. I never did. I just did it in school because of sports. And then once I graduated, I was kind of like, I just danced hula. So I saw him going to the gym, and it kind of made me think, oh, maybe I should try that out because I love following your older brother. So I tried that out and got a lot of, tips from him. I started going to the gym with him first, actually. He showed me a lot of different form tips or how to do the lifts correctly, different types of exercises. That's when I actually started to get into it. Then I started going on my own, and then I kind of branched out, and then I started getting into just fitness content in general, which I would post videos here and there of like me exercising at the gym or just whatever workouts I was doing. But I was always shame because I don't want to be that girl carrying around the tripod in the gym and everyone's looking at you like, why are you recording yourself? So I started recording myself just to watch my own form, if that makes sense, which is good. I recommend for anybody, working out, watch your form. I started making videos on that, and then I was like, okay, maybe I can try here or there, set up my phone on my little water bottle or something, get a little angle, and then I just started making more gym videos from there, and then I started actually just to fall in love with working out in general, mainly because I loved feeling strong. Honestly, yeah, that's the main reason. I love feeling strong and empowered, and that's what I feel when I lift heavy weights, because right now I'm more of like a power lifter per se, like squats, deadlifts, and I generally think that I'm quite strong for a woman, so I loved doing that. And then once I started posting my fitness content, my gym videos, I love that it kind of passed on to other women and inspired them to go to the gym too. I met a few people recently who said, oh, I love your lifting videos. You're so strong. I go to the gym because of you. I say, oh my gosh, that's the most amazing thing to ever hear, is that someone is inspired by my videos and they want to do something because, I posted about going to the gym or anything like that, and it makes them feel strong too. I love that. So that's why I love gym videos. Yeah, fitness content. Yeah.
So you talked about you're very strong. I've seen some of the videos. I think I've seen you squat like 315. What are some of your heaviest lifts?
My squat is 315
That's
right
the
now.
heaviest one?
Yeah, okay. So 3 plates. Pretty soon I'm hoping to get that up to maybe like 335. My heaviest deadlift right now, my PR is about 275, and then the bench is my weakest, but I'm almost to 1 plate. So I'm at, what is 40 and 40?
40 and 40.
40, 40, and then the bar 45. So 80.
Yeah, well, 45 and 45 is 135. So, yeah, 125.
125.
Yeah.
125.
And I've seen that you're working on a pull-up journey as well.
Oh, my gosh.
How's that going? You're trying to get your first pull-up.
That's not going. That's not going at all. Okay, first of all, guys, pull-ups are hard. Can you do a pull-up?
I can do a couple, yes.
Oh, never mind. Pull-ups are hard. So yeah, I love making goals in the gym. So like my squat goal, my bench goal, and this pull-up goal. I love making goals and working hard to achieve them. But doing a pull-up is hard. Like I do like the back workouts and everything, but being able to do a pull-up is just a whole different animal. It's not going good at all, but it will keep going. I'm not giving up because there are other people trying, watching my videos, and they're like, okay, I can't wait for you to get the pull up. I can't wait either, but you guys have to wait a while. I think it's going just very slowly, very slowly.
It's like watching a season of Game of Thrones where the drama just
Oh, yeah.
builds, where then people are waiting for the payoff, and then finally when it comes, it's like, oh.
Oh yeah, and then you might have to wait till next season, and their season was 2 years apart, so I don't know about that. Yeah.
What would you say is harder of kind of all the hats you wear? You're a nurse, you're a content creator, you do hula, you do fitness. What is the hardest of all of those things that you do?
Hardest, like, in what aspect? Because there's
Just
like
the thing that challenges you the most. Because I guess they all challenge you in a different way, but what's physically, obviously it's probably the lifting, but maybe what's the most challenging for you mentally? What gives you the most mental stimulus of all of those things?
Oh gosh, I would have said nursing school. That was the hardest thing I have ever had to do in my life. And I give props to any nursing students out there because it's terrible. I would never want to do that again. But being a nurse now is definitely, I don't think, as mentally challenging as going to school for it. So definitely throughout this whole journey of like where I've been making content and being on social media, I would say that nursing school would have been the hardest hat I have ever had to put on. And I'm happy to have graduated. And that's done.
Yeah, way in the past. Do you still have like dreams of being in like school and having assignments or anything like that?
Oh gosh, no.
Well,
I'm
that's
so glad
lucky.
I
I
don't.
still have those.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, where I'm like late for class and I'm like running and like I don't know the way on campus, and yeah, I don't know where that stems from. How did you start your fitness, or not your fitness journey, your social media journey in general? Like, what made you decide I'm going to be a content creator? Where was that beginning?
That's such a good question because I never decided that. I feel like it just kind of landed in my lap. I remember the first video I made, it was back in 2018, and this was on Instagram. And I just made a silly video for no reason, just because I had an idea in my head, and I thought this would be a good video. It was a video of, I remember, different people to watch Star Wars, and I just tried to like reenact. I just made a skit of like one person who was really into it, one person who brought their lightsaber to the movies, one person who's sleeping in the movie, one person who doesn't know what's going on. They're all confused. Doesn't know Luke from Leia, whatever. But I remember I just made that video because I came home from Star Wars from watching the movie one day, and I thought, I think this would be funny. I set up my camera and I'm just like doing my own thing, making my little skit, and then I edited it and I posted it, and I just thought nothing of it. I ended up sending it to, I remember, 808 Viral. 808 Viral is a local group of content creators. They make videos and they also repost other people's videos. So I sent it to them because I thought maybe if they like it, they'll repost it. I thought they wouldn't see my message at all, but the owner of 808 Viral actually reposted the video, for one, and then she asked me to join their group and to go and make videos with them. So I thought to myself, oh my gosh, I literally just made one video and she likes it and she thinks that there's like potential in me to make more videos. So I thought that was amazing. That was my start with 808 Viral 2018. I made videos with them, met a lot of different content creators from Hawaii, from them, so many talented people. And then we did mostly skits and local comedy. So when I first started, it really was just because I thought it was fun. I just wanted to make videos for fun. I just made funny videos, either skits or like short little whatever I was doing, just having fun with it. I started doing local parodies of kind of more popular either movies or songs. I remember, still my favorite video to this day. I made a video doing a parody of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Yeah, Will Smith. And I did the Fresh Princess of Makiki. That was my video. And then I just made this whole song about, me eating poke on the beach and, all this kind of stuff. Tita action, trying to fight some other titas. I don't know what I was doing. But it was just good fun, just local humor kind of stuff. And then after that, more of just Instagram. I went to TikTok 2020. I remember. I think this was when TikTok was kind of still starting up. This was, I think, don't quote me, but when Vine finished, because Vine was before TikTok. But I remember a lot of the Vine creators ended up going to TikTok once TikTok started. But it was interesting because once I started posting on TikTok, it was a shift in my content because I was posting like my local funny comedy videos, but people didn't know what I was talking about because my Instagram audience was people from here, from Hawaii, all local people. They can understand my jokes and my humor and whatnot. I started posting to TikTok. The audience is more broad, like continental US. They had no idea what I was saying. They couldn't understand my pidgin. They couldn't understand my jokes. They're like, girl, what are you talking about? And I'm like, wait, the people here think I'm funny, but okay. So I kind of had to make a switch of the videos that I was making. And that's actually when I realized that people in continental US didn't know much about people here in Hawaii. They had not a lot of knowledge about Hawaiians in general. They still thought that we lived in like grass huts and wore little grass skirts and coconut bras. And I'm like, girl, let me educate you guys. So that's what started the Hawaiian culture content. I was more so talking about like our history, hula, Olelo Hawaii, just because people didn't know a lot about us, which was kind of like a culture shock to me because, well, just living here my whole life, of course, it's easy to kind of be in your own bubble, but to think that other people around the world really didn't have a lot of knowledge about Hawaii, it made me want to share with them. Yeah. So, and it was interesting because people were actually genuinely interested in learning about Hawaiians, which made me happy because, and I will say this confidently, as a Hawaiian, we are so very proud of our culture. So I was so happy to share that with whoever wanted to learn. And it was a lot of people on TikTok that just wanted to learn more about that. So that really started this whole Aloha is Chelei, Hawaiian culture, language, hula, food, Hawaiian myths and legends was really big on TikTok too. It really started that kind of phase in my social media journey, which was great for a while. My content started to blow up, a lot of engagement, of course, the followers, a lot of people commenting on my videos. For the most part, was positive. But of course, once you get the numbers and your videos start to go viral, you're always gonna have the haters, the negative people who just leave unnecessary comments and whatever to your videos. And like I said, as a Hawaiian, being so proud of my culture and being so happy to share my culture, it was just kind of heartbreaking to say the least, just to see like the little comments here and there saying like, how do I say? Kind of like, not like bashing my videos, but bashing Hawaiians in general. It was more so like my Hawaiian history videos or talking about the overthrow of Hawaii, and they would just say stuff like, oh, you should be so happy. You're a part of the US. Oh, you're lucky. You know, you should be happy you're not speaking Japanese. And I'm just like, what the heck are you guys? Yeah. Like, that's so unnecessary for one. Get off of my page for two. And then it was kind of, you know, not shocking because obviously haters are whatever they're going to do. But it was just sad to me because I'm trying to share about things that I love. And people genuinely want to receive these videos that I'm putting out. But it's like the bigger that I got, the more negative the comments got. And the supporters always outweighed the haters, which I love. I always love them for that. But at the end of the day, it just became mentally taxing for me as a content creator because I was never doing it full time. I wasn't even getting paid. That was before TikTok had like monetization and all that kind of stuff. I wasn't getting paid for it. It was just out of my love. And all this was going on while I was still in nursing school, still working as a night shift CNA in a nursing home, still dancing hula, competing, and having all of these other things in my life, that content creation and social media just became too draining, and then it wasn't worth it anymore. Yeah, that kind of ended my Hawaiian culture content, if I were to say that. I had to kind of back off of that and just say, let me just reevaluate what are my goals here, because I started because I thought it was fun. It's not fun anymore. That's just the bottom line right there. So at that time, maybe it was like 2021, 2022 or so, I started to switch my content again to just like short, lighthearted, fun little videos, less about like culture and stuff like that, more trying to get back into like comedy or just funny little relatable things. I was using like these popular sounds on TikToks. They're like 5 seconds or less, just short little things that, you know, you can scroll through and like, oh, that's funny, like, and just keep scrolling. So, but my content was a lot less involved as far as like the engagement or anything like that, but also the negative comments kind of went down too. So I feel like you kind of got to give and take. You kind of, as far as, and I would say for any content creator, you really need to just evaluate what you want out of this. You know, what did I want when I started? I just wanted to have some fun. I didn't think about thousands of followers or trying to make money or trying to grow a platform. I just like, hey, I thought this was fun, you know, just making videos. And I kind of wanted to go back to that and stop trying to just drain myself mentally, emotionally, and everything else that was going on. So that was that. And then fast forward to now, 2024, is I'm making more of like gym and fitness videos because I think that's fun now. So I think the main theme for like my whole social media journey and its ups and downs is just kind of, I'm trying to figure out what would be best for me as a person, because I feel like a lot of content creators do kind of fall off once they realize it's not for them, or once, like what I said, they do get big, but also the haters come and then it kind of gets too much for them. I don't ever want to stop making videos in general. But I feel like my niches or what the type of videos that I make changes throughout my journey as I grow older, as I learn more about what I want to do in life or what I want to provide for other people. So here and there, I still try to make a little bit like cultural, Hawaiian, any kind of stuff videos, talking about like local places to eat, all kinds of stuff like that, support local businesses. I always love that. But I feel like my content right now is not as heavily on like those kinds of things, just because of what happened on TikTok. Yeah. Oh, that was a big answer, huh?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No. I mean, this is exactly what the conversation is for, to learn about kind of where you started and where you've gone, and it's an entire roller coaster for you.
Yeah.
But you're clearly still making content. Again, more on the lighthearted side. I think now I've seen a lot of like you do hauls and reviews and like unboxings and things like that. Are companies like reaching out to you and sending you things, or are you just like, oh, I need to order something and I'm going to unbox it for my followers? Or people reaching out to you and saying like, hey, I want you to review this product that we have? Like,
it's so funny because, yes, if you were to see my emails that I receive, I don't even, like, how many people just sending me emails about, hey, can I send you this? Can I send you that? Can you make a video for this? Can you make a video for that? All companies. But what I kind of decided a little earlier along, when I started kind of gaining more traction with my social media pages, was I didn't want to be a page that just took anything and everything from everybody just to make a video because it was free stuff. I didn't like that. So people do reach out to me to kind of send me things, but I usually either don't reply, or I like to buy things myself and then say if I like it or not. So So like recently I got into like Coach handbags, but I buy them all myself. But I usually like to make a video about something that I like and something that I'm excited about. And usually that's not something that I would get for free. It's something that I'm like, oh, let me try this or let me try that. And then I'm like, okay, I like this. Okay, let me talk about this. So the companies do reach out, but they don't really get much.
What is the best thing that a company has offered you that you're like,
Ooh.
oh, this is like actually really great?
Ooh. Oh, what a good question. Wow. Maybe not like a company, but some local businesses offer food.
That's always a winner. Yeah.
Love food. And I like it because when I review kind of local food places, I get to bring people, and I usually bring my parents.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, so we have like a family dinner, family lunch or everything, and then I just, make the video reviewing their food or everything. But I do like things like that where I can share it with other people, especially people that I love. So I like to bring my parents along if I'm trying, new food or what else? I think that was about it. Probably food. Yeah.
You mentioned that you have your email in your bio.
Yeah.
Also in your bio, and I'm just curious, like you have your Venmo and the Cash App. Do people just send you money? Like
some people have before. Yeah.
Well,
some people have.
Like just not solicited. They're just like, hey, Chelei, like here's $5. Like, how much are they sending you?
I think it was my birthday one time.
Oh no.
And some people sent me like a little birthday gift or maybe Christmas. The most I've gotten probably was like $100, and I don't remember what it was for, but
did you
just
like?
randomly.
Did you ask? Did you say like, "Hey, thanks"? What? Like,
I don't know if I sent it back actually. I can't remember. It was a while ago. I either sent it back or I messaged them asking them what it was for. I really can't remember. But yeah, it's not often though. Not often.
That's not your main source of income. People just
no,
sending you random.
No.
So you create a ton for your pages, but on IMDb it says that you have 2 movies under your belt. And I don't even know if I can pronounce the one of them. Aloha, I'm Drevertalakit. That's on your IMDb page, and then the other one is Blue Lips. Any idea what those are? No? Go check your IMDb if you have no idea what those are.
Aloha, I'm Drevertalakit.
Here you go. You can check it out. Right. And don't mind all the chicken scratch.
Wow, what language does that look like?
I have no idea.
That looks like German or Russian or
All right,
something. I don't know what that one is. Blue Lips, though, I think I was an extra, maybe. Oh, that was years ago, though. They put that on if you're an extra, they put that on IMDb.
Yeah.
Wow. You do your research, huh? That's good.
Well, I try to look up a little bit. So, but obviously you can't believe everything you see on the internet because you have no idea what that movie is.
Nope.
So what is your favorite type of content to post? You can cut out that there's any haters involved. So you have your Hawaiian educational content, you have your hauls, your reviews, you have your fitness, you have your skits. What is your favorite type of content to post if you had the choice and no one was going to send a bad comment?
It would probably be back to what I started with, local comedy. Local comedy, any type of funny videos with like local jokes or just pigeon or just anything, any type of skit like that. That would be my favorite. Yeah. Because I feel like those are fun to make, and then I feel like the engagement that it gets is good because people just think that it's a funny video. You don't have to say your opinions about it's not a debate. It's just you watch it and you think it's funny, you laugh, and it's just lighthearted, humorous. I think that's just my favorite kind of content to post. So just comedy in general, yeah.
Would you want to be a full-time content creator, give up the nursing and somehow you're making your living off of the videos you post? Is that a goal of yours?
I think at one point in my journey, it was. I think that was kind of the dream that other people sell to you. Oh, you can, be a full-time content creator and make all this money just from making these videos. And on the surface, it seems great. You're working from home. you're doing something that you love and then you're making money from it. But when I think about it now, I don't think that I want to make it a job. And I feel like that's what happened with my Hawaiian culture kind of videos. It became more of a job. And now I'm a teacher when I started as just someone having fun. I think I like to kind of separate social media from work because I want to keep social media just fun. Once you put it as a full-time content creator, it becomes work and it just becomes more taxing. And, you know, it's great for people that they can get the type of income to support them with making these videos. But if it doesn't work out, I don't want to lose the love that I have for content creation, if that makes sense. Yeah.
You wrote your birthday is coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah, in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
Do you have any big plans or do you have any big gifts that you are having your eye on?
Big plans for my birthday. So I'm turning 30. 30. Yeah, in 2 weeks. My plans for my birthday is actually we're going to my brother's house for a family potluck. Just having all my cousins, my aunties, uncles, my nephews all over there. And that's my birthday party, I would like to say, because the main thing, and my parents asked me this a few months ago, what do you want for your birthday? And I just told them, I just want to be with my family. That's the main thing for me that just makes me happy. At the end of the day, is just spending time with my family and just having everybody together, having a great time. My family is very close. I'm very close to all of my cousins, and I just love them so much. So that really is the biggest gift for me, to have that. But also, I've recently gotten into Coach. I would like to buy myself a Coach bag for my birthday. I have my eye on it already. And my car right now is actually almost 10 years old, so I'm looking at getting a new car. Yeah, around my birthday time. So I'll be car shopping. I'm gonna get myself a bag, but also the main thing is that I want to spend time with my family, so I'm gonna be doing all of that. So it's great.
A lot of big milestones coming up. 30, a new car.
Yeah.
Those are huge.
Yeah.
You talked about your passion for local comedy. Do you have any local jokes off the top of your head? Put you on the spot. No local jokes. No. All right, we'll save that for. You can think of that for your next post.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so tell everyone where they can follow you.
Oh yeah.
And where they can find you, and maybe they can send you Cash App or Venmo to pay for that Coach bag.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. So where can they find you?
I'm usually on Instagram or TikTok. My handles are Aloha is Chelei on both channels. I also have a YouTube, but I've only posted one of my videos on there, so probably don't go there. So Instagram or TikTok, and please don't send me any Venmos or Cash Apps for my Coach bag. I can buy it. It's fine. I'm a nurse. It's fine, guys.
She can pay for it herself.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Chelei, thank you so much for coming by. It's been
Thank
really
you.
a pleasure meeting you, and that's been it. This is Slow Your Scroll, and we'll see you on the next one. That's it. Aloha.
Aloha.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Slow Your Scroll. For more episodes like this, head to hawaiinewsnow.com/podcasts.